Part 1. The Healer's Lane, Texas. RJ Vishon. Part 1. The Lane. Our area in Texas is very densely populated, so naturally the streets are narrow, lane type. Among these lanes, the one passing by my house is a bit unusual, eerie, because next to my house lived a neighbor named Mr. Harrison. He was a healer, but also had a government job. He had 2 sons, Ethan and Liam. Mr. Harrison used to summon jinns naturally. The locals say that because of him, people experience or see unnatural things in that lane. I heard from my mother that he used to recite forbidden incantations, perform black magic, and even bring people under his control. I also heard that on moonless nights, he would go to graveyards and cremation grounds to collect human skulls. He would bury various talismans under the soil of the lane, maybe to protect his family, or maybe for those evil purposes. So when people walked through that lane after evening, they would feel their bodies becoming heavy, as if someone was following them. If a guest came after dark or someone brought a small child, that child wouldn't sleep all night and would cry. This happened to us many times. My grandfather, Old Paul, knows prayers. Whenever such a situation occurred, he would recite prayers and blow on the child. If someone who had a connection with jinns walked through, they would see a tall, dark figure standing there. Incident 1. One evening after dusk, we heard a girl screaming. Several of us came out. Seeing nobody, we went to the main road. There we saw a girl from the neighborhood lying unconscious, and her baby was crying beside her. After we revived her, she said that while passing through the lane, she noticed a tall, dark figure reaching out toward her, coming closer. She couldn't bear it, so she screamed and ran to the main road, then fainted. Next incident. One winter night, a neighbor aunt, Mrs. Clark, brought some palm cakes from her mother's house. After putting them inside, she went toward the main road to fetch water. Suddenly she saw an animal shaped like a dog, but much larger, running toward her. Keep in mind, there were no lights in the lanes. Even if someone installed lights, they'd be broken within 2 or 3 days. Unable to see clearly, she thought it was a dog and said something. The next moment, the creature jumped on her. This incident happened right next to my bedroom window. I was studying for my exam the next day. My father was with me. I could hear their conversation. Suddenly, she started screaming and crying, then ran toward her house. Father heard the crying and ran outside. He saw Mrs. Clark crying at her doorstep, blood dripping from her hand. Her husband and children were shocked. They asked what happened. Where had she been cut? She said through sobs that something like a dog had attacked her. Father thought it had bitten her hand. But when he moved her hand away, he saw a terrifying sight. The creature had bitten her face. The left side of her nose was cut and hanging, blood streaming down. They took her to the medical college. The staff doing the dressing were surprised when told it was a dog bite. They said they'd never seen such a bite before. They asked, "Are you lying? Normally dogs bite legs or hands. This is very unusual." As Muslims, we believe that jinns live alongside us and can enter any animal's body. The next day, she received stitches and vaccines at the hospital and was released. At home, we found out she'd received 13 stitches. There were also scratch marks on her hands and face. When I saw her, I realized such an attack wasn't the work of an ordinary dog. Currently, she is healthy. Part 2. The Healer's Fate. The consequences of evil deeds are never good. Mr. Harrison had acquired much wealth in our area, but he couldn't enjoy it. When he entered his old age, he began to lose his mental balance. He behaved like a disabled small child. I've heard that because he couldn't fulfill some purpose of the jinns, they caused his condition. His family probably knew why he was acting that way. That's why they didn't waste money on doctors. Meanwhile, the locals noticed a change in his family members. They suddenly became extremely miserly. They had plenty of wealth and received a pension from the government job. but they wouldn't use soap while bathing. They wouldn't wash dirty clothes. They wore the same dirty, torn, old clothes. They became so unclean that a foul smell spread from their bodies. People couldn't stand near them. Then his sons' marriages broke down. Both brothers had married for love, and each had children, 2 daughters for the elder, 1 for the younger. None of them lived with their father. The younger son turned to drugs, and the elder became quarrelsome. The elder son would physically abuse his mother. Whenever there was a fight, he'd beat her. Once he even cut his mother's hand with a knife, making it bloody. As time passed, Mr. Harrison's mental condition worsened. He would suddenly leave the house and wander outside like a madman. His wife was forced to lock him inside. He would pick up cigarette filters from the road and suck on them. Then they abandoned the house next to us, the one where he performed his rituals, and moved to another house a little further away. A few years after moving, the younger son lost both his kidneys. He spent his final days praying and reading the Quran. But during a family argument, his elder brother hit him with a blunt object, leaving him bloodied. The younger son told the police everything, and later he died. The elder brother went to jail. Suddenly, Mr. Harrison's wife suffered a stroke. She was taken to the hospital, and she lost the ability to walk, talk, and speak. She just lay there. Meanwhile, Mr. Harrison was still locked at home. His granddaughter would bring him food. His days became so bad that he stayed alone. No one was with him in his sickness. One day, something happened to the old healer. He called out his wife's name while crying out by the window, then suffered another stroke. The doors and windows were locked, so no one could go inside. His granddaughter came shortly after and admitted him to the hospital. 5 days later, he passed away. He had lived in imbalance for many years. As long as his wife cared for him, he survived. But when his wife was in the hospital, he became alone. 1 week after his death, his wife also passed away. I found it strange. I don't know how you feel about it. Today, each person has received their share of wealth and lives their life. But those who earned this wealth, they couldn't enjoy it. Their punishment came in this world. The first house was repaired and rented out, but the Jinns still come and go or reside there because of the healer's dark deeds. A pious tenant woman named Linda rented that house. One day, a Jinn possessed her. An imam asked the Jinn, "Why have you possessed her?" The Jinn replied in an angry voice, "I was sleeping on the roof in the evening and she stepped on my hair." The imam said, "She is human. She didn't see you. Don't be angry, leave her. She will never go to the roof in the evening." The woman said, "I will leave her. But this house, she must leave this house. She is a pious girl. Why should she live in a killer's house? Tell her to pray." The imam agreed. Then the Jinn left her body. If this incident is selected, I have more stories. I've been trying to write properly for 2 weeks. I don't know how successful I've been. That's how he ended his story. I think those who heard will like it. Please send your remaining stories quickly. We'll go to our next incident. RJ Vishon. You all surely remember about soul trapping magic. Yes, today we've brought the second part of soul trapping magic.